Foldable phones have introduced a new form factor to the smartphone market, but they also come with certain drawbacks and challenges. Are foldable phones more prone to screen damage than traditional smartphones? Yes. Foldable phones are generally more susceptible to screen damage due to their flexible displays. The folding mechanism can cause wear and tear, making it more vulnerable than a traditional smartphone. Do foldable phones have a shorter lifespan than regular smartphones? Foldable phones may have a limited folding lifespan. Although the manufacturer claims durability, the hinge and flexible screen may wear out over time, potentially affecting the long-term usability of the device. Are foldable phones heavier and bulkier than regular smartphones? Yes. Foldable phones tend to be bulkier and heavier, especially when folded. The additional components required for the folding mechanism increase its thickness and weight. Are there any app compatibility issues with foldable phones? Yes, some apps may not be optimized for foldable screens. When expanded, the app may not scale properly to the larger screen size, causing layout issues and a less than optimal user experience. Are foldable phones more expensive than existing smartphones? Yes, foldable phones are generally more expensive than traditional smartphones. The folding mechanisms and advanced technologies used in flexible displays increase manufacturing costs, making them a premium and expensive choice. Are there any restrictions on water and dust resistance for foldable phones? Yes. The folding mechanism makes it difficult to achieve the same level of water and dust resistance as traditional smartphones. Foldable phones may be more susceptible to damage from water or dust exposure. Is it more difficult to get used to the design and operation of a foldable phone? Yes, there may be a learning curve to using a foldable phone, especially for users who are used to traditional smartphones. Correct handling, avoiding pressure on the hinges and maintaining a flexible display are essential to prevent damage. Can the folding mechanism of a foldable phone wear out over time? Yes, the folding mechanism can wear out with repeated use. Although manufacturers design them to last thousands of folds, there is a limit to how many times a phone can be folded and unfolded before it shows signs of wear. Do foldable phones have shorter battery life because they have larger screens? Foldable phones have larger displays and consume more power, so their battery life may be shorter. Manufacturers try to compensate with larger batteries, but overall battery performance may not be as impressive as traditional smartphones. Can the screen of a foldable phone be damaged by dust particles entering the hinge? Yes. Dust particles that get into the hinges can damage the flexible display over time. It is important to store your foldable phone in a clean environment to minimize the risk of damage from dust. Other disadvantages of foldable phones are as follows. Durability issues. Foldable phones are generally more fragile than traditional smartphones. Folding mechanisms and flexible screens are prone to damage from bending, pressure, or dust particles entering the hinges. This can cause screen scratches, cracks, or malfunctions over time. High cost. Foldable phones are currently quite expensive compared to traditional smartphones. The technology involved in creating foldable displays and hinges increases manufacturing costs, making these devices less accessible to a wider consumer base. Limited app optimization. Many apps are not yet optimized for foldable screens. When you unfold your phone, apps may not adjust properly to the larger screen size, resulting in a suboptimal user experience. This may result in content being displayed inappropriately or certain features not working as intended. Battery life. Foldable phones can drain more battery as they need to power larger displays. Manufacturers try to compensate for this with larger batteries, but overall battery life may not be as impressive as a non-foldable battery. Thickness and weight. Foldable phones tend to be bulkier and heavier than traditional smartphones, especially when folded. This may affect portability and user-friendliness, especially for individuals who prefer thin and light devices. Limited folding lifespan. Although manufacturers claim that foldable phones are designed for thousands of folds, there is a limit to how many times a phone can be folded and unfolded before the hinges or screen show signs of wear. This limitation may affect the long-term usability of your device. Lack of water and dust resistance. The folding mechanism makes it difficult to achieve the same level of water and dust resistance as traditional smartphones. Foldable phones may be more susceptible to damage from water or dust exposure. Learning curve. Using a foldable phone may require some adjustments, especially for users accustomed to traditional smartphones. Understanding how to handle the device, How not to put excessive pressure on the hinges, and how to care for the flexible display can be a learning process.